Robert Eagleson here with the Hook and Hackle Club Calgary, and today I am doing a pink Pookie. So this fly was invented by Dean Reiner. He has a Dean at a fly shop called Hatchfinders Flyshop in Livingston, Montana. It's now being run by his daughter Dandy. The fly was named after Dean's favorite fishing buddy, his dog. I like this fly. It's very easy to tie. It's an attractor, it's a hopper, and depending on what color you tie it in, you could match stone flies here tied in orange and brown. So we're going to start here. So I'm just going to stick a size 6. This is R50 94840 standard dry fly and a number 6 in the vise here. I've crushed the barb. I tie this fly. I stamp out these pieces of foam. Traditionally, I like the very light pink or tan if I'm tying for a hopper. We measure this by gap width, so I'm going to put this against the shank, and you measure about into the middle there, and then just stab that through the foam, bring it around, put it back in the vise, get that piece of foam out of the way. I'm using 6/0 red thread. I will just start that thread, bring it back, right back, so if I let that hang, it's going to be right about where the barb is. And I'll just clip my excess. I will bring that foam forward then to my tie-in spot, and that is so about 3 wraps there, and that's going to be my my tail, end of the abdomen. So advance my thread a bit here. I want to make 3 segments here. Three even segments going forward. Okay, once you've got those 3 segments there, now we're just going to clip off as close as you can that foam at the eye of the hook. So let's try to get rid of as much of that foam as we can. Alright, let's just clean that up a little bit more. Alright, so we're just going to try to clean that head up a bit there like that. And then we will take just a smidge of super glue and try to keep that from spinning on the shaft for us there. Eh? Alright, so that looks pretty decent there. Got 3 even segments. Now we're going to take our piece of tan foam. Before I do that, I'm going to move my thread back to that second section there. So take my second piece of foam here, and I want to catch that just catch the edge of that with that thread at that tie-in point. Okay, like that. I want to make sure I'm nice and clean on the bottom. I'm going to advance my thread back to the eye. I'm going to give it a couple wraps there, and then advance my thread back to the tie-in point there. So again, nice and clean, if I can keep it nice and clean at the head. Yeah, it's going to be all right. Okay, now I want to put an elk hair wing in there, so I've just got some light elk hair. I'm going to find my scissors and take a small clump of elk, cut those off, and then I will just use my comb here to get all the fuzzies out. Once I've done that, I'm going to drop it in my stacker. Give it a little stack. I'm going to bring it over and see if I've got any broken tips there, and this one looks pretty good actually. So I'm going to measure that now so it comes to the end of that pink. So right about there looks pretty good. So I'm just going to cut my elk off, and I'll hold it up here, and I'll give it a few solid wraps. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim as much of those butts away as I can. One more drop of super glue, just to keep that elk from pulling out. I grab my tan foam, bring it over, a couple wraps there. Legs, this is an orangutan black combination, sili legs. I like silicone because the super glue doesn't eat it up and it doesn't disintegrate in the sun. So we'll take a little sili leg there, and I'll just put that on the far side. A couple wraps. Clip that off. And then the near side. Couple wraps, and striking or the indicator, then I'm just using bright colored foam. So I will put a couple wraps there, and then I'm going to give it about a 4 wrap whip finish. Seat that in pretty good. Clip it off. And then I will again just take a bit of super glue and super glue that whip finish, just to make sure that nothing comes undone. Alright, so we'll just trim the legs, same length, back ones. This one's maybe a touch long. That's good. So here we have it, the pink Pookie. Alright, pink Pookie. As you can see, very easy tie, represents grasshopper, just an attractor, lots of foam, floats for a long time. I quite like this fly. Thanks for watching.